Did you get her? Did you get Katya?
No. She left just before they got there. She must have seen her, heard them coming.
Or someone tipped her off?
Why do you say that?
We have actor Chris O'Donnell from NCIS LA joining us. Chris, watching you throughout the 12 seasons on the show, you keep getting your heart broken. What's going on with that?
Yeah, he hasn't had a ton of luck in love, let's say. And in this current episode that's coming up Sunday, he's actually using his current girlfriend, Anna, who he was prepared to put a ring on her finger. He has to use her as bait to help rescue one of his old girlfriends.
12 years of being on the show. And I heard you in a recent interview say, when we first started the show, that was when the first iPhone came out. And now here we are 12 years later. And that's kind of how you're keeping marks on how far you're into being on this show.
We've gone through a lot of iPhones. And I remember when it first came out, and there were only a few apps out there, and someone would discover a new app and bring it to the set. And yeah, I mean, just watching my kids grow up. My youngest was in diapers when we started, and she's 13 years old now.
In real life, as you just mentioned, you have 5 kids.
Yep.
I'm just going to say that number again, 5 kids during quarantine.
Kids anymore. They're grown up.
I know. And you just mentioned the youngest is 13. So what has the past year been like for your family?
Well, when the whole pandemic hit, everyone came home from school. The ones that are at college, we were all back in the house together. There were definitely some silver linings to it. We had more family dinners in this past year than we probably had in the previous 18. I mean, it's just been great in that regard. But challenges as well. I think it's so tough for these kids to do online schooling and have an attention span, and I can't imagine the teachers trying to teach them. It hasn't been great for anybody. I think everyone's doing their part and trying to socially distance and be mindful of what we're all fighting here. But I know we're all looking forward to getting back to some sense of normalcy.
You should have called me.
No, you're right. I'm sorry.
Talk about the friendships off screen and how close you are to everybody and what that's like.
It's a real family, and I haven't had that experience. As much time as we spend together, it's not like LL and I are hanging out every week and doing something. We get enough time with each other on the set, believe me, to the point where we start to drive each other crazy. But that's part of the relationship. That's the the brotherhood that is developed between us, and it's the shorthand that's developed, and the trust that we've developed over time. That's something that you can only build through time, and we've done that. So it's pretty special.